What up, this is Vic, RosecransAv.com. We got an interview coming up with HG Locks.
Yeah. Tally, bro, niggas, man, they always on some sucker shit, Tally. Yeah. What? I'm broke, always on some sucker. Yeah. My day ones who I'm running with. Gang. Don't ever come at me sideways. I'm here, niggas out here wanna violate. What? Where they at? We gon' handle that.
Who am I? Well, me, I'm HG Locks, you know. HG stands for Honey Gang, you know, HG Locks. And where I'm from the Bronx, New York. Straight out of the Bronx, man. 241st.
Where they at? We gon' handle that. What?
What was it like growing up in the Bronx, man? It's not sweet, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Where I'm from is the jungle, you know, so it's like, that's why I got that go-get-it mentality. It's like, man, you gotta go get it, man. Nobody not gonna help you, man. You gotta get up on your own 2 feet and go get it. So, word, definitely.
What?
Fix your face, you want some sucker shit. She heard ball alert, now she wanna the kid.
My early influences definitely were Dipset. My favorite rapper ever is Joel Santana. You know what I mean? That's definitely, you know, Cameron, you know, that whole vibe, man, that Dipset vibe definitely played a big role in with my music and who I am today for a fact.
She chose up, cause I'm ballin' on some records. College on, I in Jersey, that's my record.
A million, man, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen it happen before, but for it to happen to me and at the rate it is happening, I'm blessed, man. I don't take it for granted, you know what I mean? We just getting started though, to be honest with you. You know, we working hard and it's a good record. We just gonna get out here and really push it, man. We see it got momentum behind it, so we gonna really try to take this to the next level for sure.
Let that know who we f***ing with. What? Swave, that's my guy, he said what's up with it.
It's crazy, cause, you know, once, I was like, when I heard the beat, my boy actually produced it from scratch, and Ave Manjo. And when I heard the beat, I'm like, oh, off the rip, I'm like, yeah, this gonna be a good record, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't think that it was gonna be what it is right now. You know, I'm like, yeah, it's a solid record, but then once we got in the feeling, we got in the studio, I grabbed my boy Swave, he laced the hook for me. We vibed out in that studio, and we like, oh, nah, we might have a little something. And then people loved it, man, they eating it up. Word.
On a mission for them hundos, gotta touch them quick. Get it up and bring it back, I'm about my money.
The state of New York hip-hop is definitely in a great frame right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the pendulum has finally swung back up to New York. Like, it's been, you know, everybody has their time and everything. So, you know, the South had its run, Chicago had its run. It's finally swung back to New York. I'm just grateful to be part of the conversations and the beat and the whole mix and everything, because it's definitely our turn right now. It's our wave right now, for real.
Oh, where it's at, I'ma handle that. Fact. Point me to the food, it's a rental rap.
I mean, it's speaking for itself. Nobody specifically large has really reached out yet, but I mean, the numbers speak for itself. We hit over 1 million in the Soundcloud in about 2.5 months. We over 300,000 on Spotify. You know what I mean? It's moving. You know, it's on Hot 97 and 105 every day. You know, those are 2 main stations in New York. Also playing in the whole Northeast region, you know, Boston and so forth. So it's moving, you know. We moving. You know, we actually went out to Atlanta 2 weeks ago. We had it rocking out there. It's got a great response. So it's moving, man. It's moving for sure.
Facts. Bowling in LA like I'm Randall Hat. Facts. We got this lit, baby, candle wax.
I feel like it's finally happening again. Not like before, it wasn't like that. You know, in the last few years though, the New York DJs have definitely been getting on their job though and showing more love and, you know, showing love to the up and coming artists for sure.
What? I'm broke, always on some suck. Yeah, my day ones who I'm running with.
Times are changing, man, and you gotta adapt with the culture. You know, at the end of the day, it's new life in the city. You know what I mean? It's new life, and it's undeniable to say, like, the talent that's going on and brewing in the city is undeniable. So at the end of the day, as the DJ and as an OG, it's your job to, all right, break these new artists or all right, there's new life in the city. Let's see what it's about. You know what I mean? For real though.
Don't ever come at me sideways. I'm here, niggas out here wanna violate. What?
I'm definitely Dave East is doing this thing. My man Trey Pizzy, Hattie Racks, A Boogie, and them Don Q, Fresh Air Casanova. It goes on. There's a couple cats really doing their thing. There's a couple other guys I probably just missed out, but you know, everybody's working. It's a great circle, you know, going on and budding in the town. So, like I said, I'm just grateful to be part of the conversation.
Where they at? We gon'
looking good, man. We BX heavy. At the end of the day, we the birth for hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's just dope to see the town itself buzzing, but especially the Bronx. You know what I mean? We getting a lot of recognition. A lot of people are starting to give us the notifications and everything that they should. You know, and it's just dope, man. Like I said, we BX heavy, man. You know, I'm glad to see it going on, man. Like the town is in a great shape right now, for sure.
Bring it to them, we gon' handle that.
It's definitely a formula to this. Like me personally, I know bars are important and bars matter, but at the end of the day, you have to know how to format a song. It's not always about bars. You know, it's a time for bars, and it's a time for you to make a record. You know what I mean? And once you can master that and learn how to balance that, you're gonna be in great shape. Like some beats, it's time to get off on, and you gotta go in. You know what I mean? And then there's some beats, all right, you could tone it down and just really just make it a record. You know what I mean? And that's definitely, you gotta know the difference to be able to balance it, for sure.
Few chains on me blingin' like a disco.
That's my guy, man. You know, Wap, that's my boy from, like, we linked up way back. Like, before, like, as Trap Queen was growing, we linked up, you know, back in, on the East Coast and everything. And, you know, it's been the same love always. Like, that's been my boy from day one. And it's always been the same love. We keep the same energy whenever we see each other. It's like, it's dope. It's actually dope. I was out last night with him. We were out here in Betsy Bellows or whatever. Yeah, he's out here for a week and everything. So, you know, we went to the club last night, vibed out, and everything. And it's just dope to see, like, you know, like, he even hollered at me, like, I see you moving, my boy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? That's dope. Because I never asked for no handouts or anything. And that's a respect. You know what I mean? I just respect the grind. You know what I mean? And he respect my grind likewise, and that's why we always gonna be able to mesh. You know what I'm saying? And it's just dope to see what he's become. You know what I mean? Because I've known him before this. You know what I mean? So it's dope just to see how far he really came, and I use that as motivation. Like somebody I personally know really is a megastar now. So this lets me know that this is possible. You know what I mean? For sure.
And gang got it poppin', Crisco. And I could care less about your list though.
Oh man. Probably Smack, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a New York dude, man. Smack is crazy, bro. Like, feel me? That's a fact, though, for sure.
Couple bezels in a row, he make the wrist glow. Ferragamo on my waist, keep that fifth toe.
Well, right now, I'm definitely in the process of building up an EP right now. You know, I'm letting handle that move, but we definitely have a lot of records that in the stash and everything. We just, you know, formatting it out, everything, and formatting it out and everything right now, you know, for sure. I actually have a mixtape out right now called The Wake Up Call. I dropped that about probably like almost about a year ago, you know, so that's out via Spinrilla and that Piff and everything. And yeah, you can check me out on, add me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Snapchat, at HG_Locks, at HG_LOCKS. And yeah, we here working, man, you know, like, we just getting started. Handle that. It's just a little taste of everything, man, like, for real. We just getting started. I'm just glad and appreciative that everybody's rocking with me, you know, for real, for real.
I'm hearing niggas out here wanna violate. What? Where they at? We gon'